Hello everyone. So this video was originally recorded for the Crafty Maven for clear back like the end of November. So I thought that I would still edit it and still voice over it and just pop it up on my channel. So you saw the sketch that I was using to go with it. That sketch is by Laura Rumble. If you don't know who Laura Rumble is, she has a YouTube channel and Instagram, and she is amazing and fabulous, and I call her a good friend. So I am using the Photo Play Fall Breeze collection. So I picked this up when I was at my retreat in Ohio at the beginning of November, and I really love it. I think I saw it when I was in the, I had seen it around, but I hadn't seen it in person. And when I saw it in person, then that was it. I had to have it. So I'm just going through and I'm pulling a couple 12 by 12 papers, but I'm mostly going to use some 6 by 6 paper scraps. And I'm going to be working on a cream cardstock today because I really wanted this to have a nice fall feel. I'm going through this sticker sheet and I'm pulling absolutely everything that I think I'm going to want to use on my layout, and I'm just going to kind of put it off to the side on my glass mat. I love that. I love that I can pull like little bits and pieces and stick them to my glass mat, and then they can just stay there as I work through my layout. I also set aside some words and phrase stickers. So this sketch has tons and tons of typography on it. And I wanted to really showcase that. I am going to go ahead and cut some strips of paper. So these strips of paper are about 1 inch wide by 6 inches long. I'm going to do some pieces that are from the 6 by 6 paper pads, but then I'm also going to grab 2 12 by 12 sheets and cut them down too, because I really like the patterns on them, and those patterns really weren't, either I'd already used them in the 6 by 6 size or they weren't in the 6 by 6 size. So I'm also going to go ahead and cut from this 6 by 6 sheet. I'm going to cut a photo mat for my picture, and this is a picture of all of our family. I don't know what was going on with the lighting at my house or why this particular portion of this video is so dark. Maybe it's because my iPad was kind of like cocked funny. I don't know. Anyway, I figured you guys could still see it, so it would be alright to post. And this particular layout, there's a spot where the light suddenly gets brighter. I don't know. So I'm just adding some layers to the back of my photo using some of these scraps of paper, just different scraps of paper, and layering them up and deciding how I want these strips to go and where I want the different patterns to be. There were a couple patterns that I specifically wanted certain areas of the pattern to show, like this one. So this little pattern that has the little raccoons and the foxes on it, I didn't want to like chop a fox's head in half or something like that. I wanted the little critter to be there. So I was a little bit more careful with how I cut that particular strip. And so these are the 12 by 12 sheets that I went ahead and decided I would cut up and use on for some of these strips. Which, again, if you watch my channel a lot, I don't mind, because I don't do a lot of pages that I need a 12 by 12 sheet of pattern paper as a background. Sometimes, but it's not something that I do on every layout, so it's okay if stuff gets cut down. And I also work a lot in my traveler's notebook and in my 8.5 by 11. So it's okay if I cut 12 by 12 strips down, no biggie. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to trim up these different patterns and create all of the little pieces I need for all the strips that go down from the photo. Now, I wanted a little bit of interest onto my background, and the way I'm going to do that is I got some of my Shimmers Night Moves. So this is, Night Moves is not shimmery, it's just flat, but it's this deep, dark, perfect black, and I decided that that was what I wanted for splatters. So I'm going to grab that one. I'm also going to grab my Glorious Days, here. And while this will look like a lot of splatters, on the finished page, it's really just a nice background. It just provides a little bit of nice interest to the background, because you saw from the sketch and what I've been doing that most of that is going to be covered up. And it's just going to peek around. So now I'm just sticking and plunking. So everything's getting some vintage photo distress ink, and then I'm just adding all of these little strips of paper to the bottom of my photo and creating this line of pattern. And then I'm going to be layering things over that line of pattern quite a bit. The sketch, suggested lots of fonts and lots of labels and lots of clustering underneath this photograph. So I wanted to have the pattern as my base, but then we're going to layer up on top of that. This is just a shipping tag from my stash. I love these shipping tags. I honestly got them at a yard sale, so I'm not sure where you would buy them. I'm going to be super duper sad when I run out of them, but I have quite a few of them still. And they're like a manila color. I think when I bought them, they were in this big box, and I think they were like 100 of them or something. So I am just going to go ahead and put a bow in my little shipping tag using black and white twine. This is the one type and color of twine I keep on my scrap desk at all times. It's just black and white twine from Meyer Road, and I bought it on a big spool, and I probably will replace it when I use it all up. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue down those little flowy tag things, and see, the light just magically came back. I don't know. So off camera, I punched a ton of labels. These labels are from my EK Success label punch. That is definitely the punch that I use the absolute positively most in my stash. It's perfect. It's my favorite punch. Speaking of punches, this month, December, in the Rediscover Your Stash Facebook group, the product focus for the month of December is punches. So this one will definitely make this layout, and this video will definitely make an appearance in that Facebook group, since we're using all of these punches from my label punch. And next month is our annual January spending freeze, where we don't buy any products during the month of January, but we host challenges and do giveaways, and that is usually a separate event. But this, because we started our Facebook group, Christina and I, this month, in January, that spending freeze will all happen in our Facebook group. So if you are interested in that, the link will be below. Come and join us. Come and join our Facebook group. We always have a lot of fun. Every month we have a selected product, scrapbooking product, that we pull from our stash and try to make that the focus of our month's projects. And then we also have these spending freezes that we host. And the spending freezes are the best, because there's giveaways, there's challenges. You're not spending money necessarily, but you are using product. And we all need that, right? I know I need that. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm hoping that I will have a large part, be able to have lots of, I have lots of free time on my hands now. So we're going to go ahead and have a lot of fun and do a lot of fun giveaways with that. So I'm just popping up some of these labels and popping up some of these stickers. I am just creating dimension and lots of different size of labels and layers to kind of get that feel that is on the sketch that I'm using. So all of those stickers, when I was putting those stickers off to the edge, you guys are probably like, wow, that's a lot of stickers. Is she really going to use them all? I really am. So I'm just going to continue here, just layering up stickers with labels and foam squares, and just getting these layers put together, there are a couple things I'm not covering up. Like, I'm not covering up the cute, adorable little fox. We want his face to be part of the layout. So I'm going to go ahead here and just stamp the date that this photo was taken onto some little file folder tabs. I think I'm just looking up the date here, and then I'm just going to place them up there. I'm going to put a little bit of a cluster on that shipping tag, nothing huge, just a little bit, and that's going to add just some interest. I felt like that naked tag was kind of like just this swath of cream, and it needed a little bit more. I'm using these little stickers that I had pulled off of that sticker sheet. Notice off to the side, the stickers on the sticker sheet that I like kind of lined up there are pretty much gone. I told you I'd use them all. And now Laura's sketch doesn't suggest anything off to the right, but I needed something off to the right for my eye. Just a little something. And so what I decided to do was I took this little strip of pattern paper, and I am setting this up so that that little raccoon, the little critter, is going to just poke out from behind this little tear in my paper. So I have another little critter moment on this layout. And then I'm going to use those last little bits of stickers and some pop dots to kind of add some interest just a little bit. We have a lot of busy going on off to the right, but my eye just needed something on the left. So I kind of altered the sketch to suit what I like, my style, and I'm going to just add that little bit off to the side. And that's going to complete this layout. I'm just going to trim up all the little bits and pieces that are hanging out and off the edge, and continue on. So I hope that you are enjoying all these little extra videos I'm finally getting up on my channel. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we will see you all again very soon. Bye!